Hey y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Hold on just a second, y'all. Hey Joshua. Hey, hey, hey Joshua. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. How you doing, Joshua? Yes, Joshua, you are first. You are first, Joshua. Glad to see you today, Joshua. How you doing? Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Hey, Cool Gamer. Cool Gamer says hello, everyone. Joshua says he was Highlights Pride. He was first. How y'all doing today? Hey, Cooks with Love. How you doing, sis? How are you? How are you? How's everybody today on this beautiful Monday? I hope it's pretty where you are. I hope the day has been going well. So, how did your week start off? How has your week been? How has your Monday been? Can you guys tell me how your Monday's been? What you been up to today? What did you do today? How did you start off the week? I worked today. I kind of plan my own schedule. So, yes, I did work today. Mondays are usually tough, but Mondays, people usually need like extra help, extra hands. And so Monday ends up being a really good day a lot of the times, even when you're short staffed, because you get people from different departments to come in and help out. And then a lot of times you get the perks on the hard days. Y'all ever had a job where, like, especially like around the holiday time, um, or just any time that they may be really short staffed, and then the head people come in and it's like lunch on them. It's like all the snacks on them. You don't have to spend any money for those few days. Cook says, I'm blessed. Thanks for asking. How are you? I was lazy today. You were lazy today, Cooks. So have you not cooked anything? Hey, Spiky. You're good, Joshua. That's good to hear. How you doing, Spiky? How are you, Cool Gamer? Anybody who comes across this live, let us know how you're doing today. How did your Monday start out? Has your work week started out good? I hope so, because Monday can set the tone, you know? Monday, Monday can set the tone for your week, your work week especially. Monday can set the tone for your week. Now, if your Monday starts out great, it doesn't absolutely necessarily mean that your whole week will be great, but hey, it's a great start, right? And great starts are the best. So if your Monday starts out pretty good, hopefully that means you wake up feeling like your Tuesday is going to be good. Now, Will there be some bumps in the road? Yes, maybe. But overall, hopefully, if you have a good start to the week, you'll carry it through the week. Now, if you have a bad start through the week, you can also carry that through the week. And sometimes it's not your fault. It's not the fault of anybody, especially if you're at work. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you just have rough weeks. But if it's about your person, if it's about your attitude or, maybe something that kind of upset you or something like that, it can set the tone and you can be upset all week. So that being said, if you feel that happening, try not to let it follow you through the week. Try not to let it follow you through the week. Just like if you start off great, it doesn't mean that that's going to be a great week for you, but at least it's a great start. You have something to build on. If you start off kind of rough and rocky, kind of bad, doesn't mean your whole week will be bad. It just means you got to do something to improve it. Joshua says he's good. Spikey said, hey. Cook says, all I did was cook dinner. Well, cooks, that's look, that's at least that's something. That's a good feat. At least you cook dinner, right? At least the household won't be hungry. That's a good feat. Because a lot of times we don't even cook. We don't. We don't even cook. A lot of times. A lot of times we don't even cook. And that's okay. Guess what? That's okay. That's okay too. We don't even cook. Y'all, I want to move. I want to do a little bit. I want to go a little bit faster, y'all, but I'm done exercising. I'm just cooling down. Hey, Sonya. Sonya says I walked earlier this morning. That's good, Sonya. Did you go walking or did you get on your treadmill? I've been trying to switch back. I usually switch up, especially when it's not real hot outside. I do mornings, I do evenings, but lately with it being so hot, I've been loving the evenings. I've been loving my evening cool down outside. And sometimes I don't even, and I have exercise now. I have exercise in the mornings, and I'll come on here and just do a walk. But most of the times, if I'm on here, I've exercised that evening and I'm cooling down with my walk on here. You went to the park today? Okay, that's good, Sonya. That's good. So you got outside today. At least, for your exercise, you got outside. That's great. Sonya says, hello, everyone in the chat. Please thumbs up this live if you don't mind. We're asking politely. What else can we do? We're asking politely to please thumbs up this live. If you have not subscribed and you happen to catch this live, whether it's during the live or the replay, subscribe and ring my doorbell. Take your finger, hold it, mash it. It's called a notification bell. Tap all so that you'll be notified every time I go live. Because I don't go live a lot, y'all, honestly. Just to do this. Just to do this. Yep, I do. I do go live to come on here and do my cool down. Spikey and Sonya speaking to each other. So, how has your week started off, Spikey? How's your week started off, Sonya? Hope you guys have had a great start to the week. Is anybody still vacationing? I have one more for this summer. One more vacation for this summer. Cook says, hey, Sonya and Spikey. Cooks, have you been on vacation? I know you went to your brother's. Was that earlier? That was earlier this summer. Was that like in June? I know you went to his farm. Sonya says, my week has been good so far. That's good. That's good. Glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I was just telling them, however your week starts, doesn't always, but can affect your whole week. It can start off great, and hopefully it'll continue to be great throughout the week. It can start off bad, and it may stay bad. But the goal, the hope is that if your week starts out great, it remains great. And if your week starts out bad, that you find some way to improve it. Some way to improve it. Yes, it was June. Back okay. You're back in Tennessee. Yeah, yeah. I knew you were back home. I just couldn't remember quite when you took your trip. Joshua says, "Hey Sonya, Joshua, what you do today? What did you do today, Joshua?" See, evening time, especially this summer, it's been so hot. Evening has been a great time to do everything. Everything. Sonya says, just stop by to show some love. Hey, Joshua. Cook says, hello, Joshua. Yes, y'all. Fresh cut grass smells so good. Grass, when it's freshly cut, it smells so good because it's just so much. You trim down that grass, you got your fresh grass there, and it smells so good. So I do like watching people walking through the past the homes, and they've just cut their grass. Oh my gosh, it's one little lady. She's so nosy. Like, y'all ever encounter these nosy people that want to know all your business and they don't tell you anything about? Hello. She is so nosy. She's right up the street right here. She is such a nosy neighbor. Like, cooks. Joshua says hello. Oh my gosh, she is so nosy. Hold on a second. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I mean, cooks. Oh my gosh, it's so nerve wracking. Like, they want to know all your business. They sit there and they stand and they watch. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with neighbors knowing, something about you as long as they're courteous, as long as they're nice. You know, you never know when you may need a neighbor, and you never know when the neighbor may need you. So I don't have a problem with people who keep an eye open and they look out for you. But you have some who are just like, oh my gosh, they approach you with like, so you're back home, or you're back in town, or did you go out of town? And I'm like, it's obvious sometimes when somebody's out of town. And if you already know, I've shared with you how I work, that I'm sometimes in town, I'm sometimes not. You don't have to ask me every time you see me. I don't need you to know. That's why I don't tell you exactly when. The ones who I truly trust, they know. They know. And they're the ones who should know. They're the only ones I want to know. So don't get me wrong. I'm all about, you know, being your neighbor's keeper, looking out for your neighbor. Because the one thing I cannot stand is when neighbors should speak or talk and they don't. You know, those are the ones who are always in your business. And as soon as you need them to say something, or you would like for them to say something, or you ask a question, they didn't hear anything, they didn't see anything, they don't know anything. So, yeah. So I don't mind a nosy neighbor. Just don't cross boundaries. I feel like you can be nosy without crossing boundaries. Hey, back in here. What's up, Smooth? We the Plug LLC. Your boy Smooth is in the live. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming into the live and doing my cool down with me. I don't know if anybody is still in here now. I know Cool just spoke to me, but it's showing zero. So if you catch this live before I end, or if you catch the replay, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. I try to support people. I try to share people out. So if you come through here, you see me live, or you catch the replay, please support me by hitting the thumbs up, sharing me out. You don't have to share me out, but that's you can look and like, comment, share, subscribe. There's 4 ways. There's 4 ways you can support. So if you want to grow yourself, you got to support other people. You know, you have so many people who always complain about not getting support, but you have to ask, do you really show support to people? Do you? Uh, I left Joshua's comment up there so long. I completely forgot about it, to be honest. I can't stand it when people put your comment up and leave it up forever and a day. I don't like that. I really don't. I gotta wait on this traffic. Yeah, I can't stand it because I'm like, even if nobody else is in your chat, you know, just take the comment down then. Take the comment down. You know, don't, because you just never know. A lot of times people don't want their comment or their name just sitting there forever. So, hold on, y'all. I try to, I try to recognize that, not to leave people's comments up there forever. Because this is social media and this is YouTube. And y'all believe it or not, people have uh hey, they go they go they go about doing things in strange ways. It's like, yeah, sometimes you have to wonder about people's motives when they do things. See you later till the next time. I got you, Smooth. Okay, yeah, I came up across some music, so I was trying to block them out. So I'm back. I was trying to block out that music. I saw you. I saw you. Thank you, Smooth, for stopping by. Cooks. I appreciate you, Cooks. Cook says I'm still in this thing. I appreciate you, sis. Sometimes we get a little crowd, and sometimes we don't. And sometimes the crowd comes early. Sometimes the crowd comes late. It just depends. Guess it depends on what people are doing. That's why I try to come around the same time. Um, and even when you do that, sometimes you get a good group of people as far as the numbers go, and sometimes you don't. But that's okay. If they get the notification, they can catch the replay. But it's nice to have people in here to chit chat and you guys can talk with each other. Like I say, we come in here for educational purposes, for positive vibes, just for camaraderie, to speak with each other, to uplift each other, to show support when support is needed, and even when it's not needed. Even when it's not needed, just support each other in a positive way, in a very, very positive way. Support each other. You never know. You don't have to come in here and talk about anything you may be going through, but sometimes it's just a good place to come and get away. You know, just to come and get away, just to, if you've been going through something through the day, come into a live chat where we're trying to be stress free. Like I always say, and I always remind anybody who comes through here, don't come onto social media and leave with more stress than you came with. Don't come onto social media, no matter what platform it is. If you find yourself coming on here, leaving with more stress than you came with, then you need to find another way to de stress. You need to find another outlet. You really, really do. Because nobody wants added stress. No one wants that extra stress. Yeah, and sometimes right before I get off, I'll get like 7 or 8 people come in. I don't like a really, really huge crowd anyway, because sometimes it can get chaotic. Now, do I like a huge crowd that's supportive? Yes. Do I like a huge crowd that keeps it positive? Yes. That keeps us motivated and encouraged? Yes. You know, keeps things funny? Yes. I'm not, I have a friend that's a comedian, and I once told him, Sonya, you still here just listening? Okay. Okay, Sonya, thank you. I told him, I said, why are you always laughing? Like, that may sound funny, but I said it because it's like he's always laughing, y'all. And he makes a joke out of everything. And laughter is good for the soul. It's better to laugh than cry, I feel. We need laughter. But sometimes you have to know when to turn it off. Like, someone may be being serious with you. They may be trying to have an important conversation. They may have something going on where they really respect your thoughts and opinions, and you're making jokes. And jokes can make you feel better. Jokes can make you feel better. But sometimes you need a serious, you know, you need a serious point of view, a serious perspective, a serious take on things. And you don't want to be talking to somebody and you've gotten into your conversation and wham, there goes a joke. But that said, laughter is good for the soul. It's good for the mind. It's good for your mind, body, and soul. As we get older, we're going to wrinkle. Some not as much as others, but we are. And people say you have more frowns from frowning than you do from laughing, which is true. But when I start to look at frowns, those frowns kind of they kind of form the same. They just look, if that makes sense. Your smile lines around your mouth, you typically use those same lines when you frown. But I guess when you frown, the difference is when you frown or you're angry, you're upset, the frowns are harder. They crease heavier. When you smile, they're lighter. So I guess that's a big difference. That's a noticeable that's a big noticeable difference. It really is. So saying now the forehead frowns, I see people have fewer forehead frowns when they smile than they do when they frown. Definitely. Definitely, definitely, definitely. But you know what? You get forehead frowns from frowning when the sun is out. You know, unless you've worn shades most of your life, there's going to be a time where you have to frown because that sun was beaming. It is. But when it comes to those smile frowns, when you smile and when you frown, look in the mirror and watch those lines are in basically the same place. Maybe a little bit of difference in where they sit. But the thing about it is when you frown, the lines are much harder. They're much harder. I will say that this lady is on the phone, not paying attention to what's going on, and just driving along. She better watch it though, because she is really close to the curb. Because she was really close to me. Yeah, she was really close to the curb. And when she passed me, she was really close to me. So it's supposed to be a little bit cooler this weekend. Well, not this weekend, this week. This week. We just left the weekend, huh? It's supposed to be a little bit cooler. I hope that Sonya Sonya, these people be acting crazy. I had one just back up, like I know you see me. Y'all remember her last, but that was like a couple of weeks ago. I had one a few minutes ago before this lady that I was talking about watching me in the curve. He was just backing out. And I know he saw me. But then again, I have to keep reminding myself that sometimes when people jump in their cars, they have a one track mind. They aren't really looking like they should be. And that's too often the case. People jump in their cars and they aren't looking the way they should be looking. They just jump in their car. It's like ready, set, go. They're ready in the house. They're set as they're walking out, and they on go when they get in the car. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pedestrians have the right of way unless you're jaywalking. Pedestrians have the right of way unless you're jaywalking. You got to remember that. I have to remind myself of that. And one of the things I hate most is when you're, say, for instance, you're driving up and down the parking lot at Publix or Walmart, Target, and the people who are parked don't look, or maybe they don't look good enough, especially when you know you aren't speeding through the parking lot and they just take off, just pull out of the park. Like you can see some people as you're coming, as you're approaching them sometimes, you see them. They just, I don't know, I can't say if they looked or not because I'm not in the car with them, but at the speed that they'll pull out of those parking spaces, it's ridiculous. You're pulling out into oncoming traffic, even though you're not on the roadway, you're in a parking lot. Parked cars don't have the right of way. So y'all remember that. Sonya, it's like I'm gonna have to put on a full suit and it's hot out here. I'm gonna have to put on a yellow, yeah, one of those yellow vests. I'm gonna have to go to Lowe's or somewhere and buy me one. Because the thing about it is, it's like not even dark. Like it's first dark. And I say first dark, it's first dark. It's like the sky is still a pretty blue. You know, of course the sun is going down. I don't think it'll come back out again today. Sun's gone down. It's a nice, pleasant blue. And everything is clearly visible. And so if you're driving, hopefully you got your glasses on because everything is the view is clear. But yeah, get like one of those yellow vests. Would you think yellow or orange? Don't they make them in orange too? So y'all think yellow, the yellow vest or the orange one? I think yellow. I think yellow because, and you know what, Sonya? Some of them, it doesn't matter what you have on. People just don't pay attention. They do not pay attention. And I'm like, whenever you're driving a car, that's too much. What's that? About 2.5 tons of steel or whatever they're made out of. Even these cars today that aren't as strong as they used to be. Yeah, yellow. That's too much to be in control of without paying attention. So guys, when you're driving, pay attention. You know, And I say that to you, and I say it to myself because you do get easily distracted sometimes when you're driving. You do. So you just have to try your best to pay attention. Try your best to pay attention. I hear so many dogs today. They better feed these dogs because they must be hungry. Shoot. They need to feed them. I'm out here walking. They have them in neon yellow and bright orange. Yeah, yeah. I think I prefer the yellow, the yellow. I don't know. I like the orange ones. I guess it just depends on who has it when I go to look. I'm gonna go in Lowe's and see what they look like. My little niece, speaking of dogs, she just got her two new dogs today. See, that's the thing. Like this one, I'm in the neighborhood. This car that just passed me, she's going over 25, which is the speed limit, and her phone is in her hand, and that's illegal here. She's going past the speed limit, and the phone is in her hand, and she's holding it up to the steering wheel. Have you guys ever talked to someone who told you that, well, it's okay if I hold the phone near the steering wheel because I can still see? That's about the most asinine thing I've ever heard. And I'm not saying that to say I've never been on my phone or used my phone as I was driving. But I mean, I can acknowledge my flaws. I've done that before. But I would never say something as asinine as, oh, I have it up to the steering wheel so I can see. No, because you're so focused on the phone that you're not focused on what you're doing when you're driving. That makes no sense. Absolutely none. Oh, Sonya, I know, right? Oh my goodness. Again. But these, I don't see them yet. Yet being the key word, but I hear them. So what I'm gonna need for them to do is to feed their dogs. I need them to feed their dogs. Sonya says I put my phone on drive mode when I'm driving. Yes, yes. And Sonya, I've started to just kind of just move mine away from me, put it in the back seat, or just leave it in my purse because I'm not about to ramble through my purse like that. And if it's my children, um, there's if I'm at an event, I have it on vibrate. But like if I'm driving, I will put it in my back seat sometimes, but then I stop doing that because I do want to be able to access it, access it if it's family or close friends, and if it's really important. Because I always try to answer my kids the first phone call. I always try to answer them on the first phone call. My parents, my kids, my parents, my nieces, my siblings. I try to answer them. Definitely my children. I try to catch them on the first phone call because you never know. I just feel like you just need to answer the phone when they call you. But if I look over, so what I do is I leave it in the front seat. If I look over and it's a number I don't know, they have to wait. Your phone knows when you're driving. Yeah, your phone knows when you're driving. That's good. That's good, Sonya. That's a great thing. And it's like whenever I fly, especially if I fly Delta, they want you to do all this signing on and all this stuff. And I'm like, I just put it on airplane mode and leave it. I just put it on there and leave it. Now, if I were flying out of the country or something like that, something that's going to take a really long flight, then I'd sign in. Here go these insects, y'all. Here's some noise too. Turn it down before it's music. Okay, I hope y'all still can hear me. It's either that loud car or loud music. Loud car or loud music. Must be music. Okay, I think I'm doing pretty good today. I'm not gonna even say it, Sonya, but I think you know what I'm talking about. If y'all watch me, you know what I'm talking about. I'm doing pretty good today. But I'm still waiting on my Skin So Soft. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. I have flown Southwest and Frontier. I haven't flown Frontier before. I've flown Southwest and Delta. Southwest, Delta. Yeah. I think those are the only two I've flown. I want to say American, or there's one I can't quite remember who it was. I never flown Frontier or Spirit. Is that what it's called? Spirit? Sorry, I know, right? I've never flown them before. So I know for sure I've flown Delta and Southwest. I love Southwest because of the bag policy. Delta, they get on my nerves because you got to pay for all your bags. You don't have to pay for your carry-on, but you do have to pay for your other bags. And I'm like, I try to make sure that I get everything in one bag. And I try to have enough room just in case, I bring some things home. I think I'm going to turn around right here because it's starting to get darker. It's still a nice bit of light out, and I've excuse me, y'all, and I've been out here longer, but I exercised today, and I did a cool down right after. So I'm just walking right now, and shoot, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done. My next flight is on United Airlines. Really? Tell me how it is, Sonya. Tell me. Um, is it a while from now? Will your next flight be a while from now? Whenever it is, tell me how you like them. Tell me how United Airlines is, because I cannot remember if it was them or American Airlines. I know for sure Southwest I've flown before, a couple of times, and Delta I've flown a couple of times. But there was another one, and I cannot remember who it was. So, like I said, Delta, their luggage policy, that one bag, oh, it irks me. But Southwest allows two. Well, I mean, you can carry more than one with Delta, but you got to pay for it. Girl, that is why I was asking you so you can tell me. I hope until May. I have until May of 2024 to use my ticket. Okay, okay. So how did you get your ticket, Sonya? Did you get your ticket because of um like some delays or something? Or did you just buy it that far out. The last time I flew Delta, they were having so many delays. They offered $1,500 to give up seats. I guess there were some people who really needed to get where they needed to go, and they were offering $1,500 gift cards to give up your seat. So for people who weren't in a hurry, that was a good deal. Sorry, y'all, that man's that noise again. So Sonya was compared to how did you get why didn't you do Southwest? Oh, I have to cancel a trip and they don't refund their tickets. Oh, I got you. Okay, so you had to cancel and they don't refund. So they give you a year. Do they give you a year to use it? Or how long do they give you? And do they charge you a fee? Yeah, that's good to know because I've never rescheduled. So that would be good to know. Like I don't even know if what Delta or Southwest do in that case. Like I don't know if they I'm sure you can, delay, postpone it and keep it, but I don't know for how long. Yes, a year, the cancellation was paid. Okay, okay, okay. So if you that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like if you cancel, do you have to I guess maybe you might have to pay a fee. If they cancel for any reason, it should be free, I would think. People make money off of people make money all kinds of ways. First of all, those airline tickets are already too expensive. Um, I've been charged before $75 just because I missed a flight. And I'm like, the next one wasn't even full. So they do any and everything to make an extra dollar. And I'm like, y'all acting like y'all gonna give me some extra peanuts or something. Because that's all you get is what peanuts and snack cakes and Coke and Sprite. That's all you get. That's all they give you on the plane. So those hundreds of dollars that you pay is simply for the ride. And how many of those planes, like I'm like, sometimes you're like, some of them could be better on the inside. But they say in between flights that they sanitize, they clean and sanitize. But I'm like, y'all are something else. When y'all have to delay, like if you're not really canceled and you're just delayed for like over 2 hours, to me, you should get a discount. You should get some type of refund ticket. And I know if you send in or you email, you can complain and they will do something. But yeah, one time I was delayed like 2 hours and they gave me a $15 meal ticket. And I'm like, are you serious? So with that being said, I wrote in to receive what I was due. I'm like, and sometimes it depends on who the person is, who the assistant is. Sometimes they hold back on the things they can offer too. Sonya says, I stopped riding first class. I don't see no difference. Exactly. When I don't ride for, I don't either, Sonya. I don't either. I don't see a difference. Mm-mm. I don't see a difference at all. That's ridiculous. The expense is it's just too much. It's too much. And I know, oh my gosh, I know that my hands, I have to put my phone down for a second, y'all. When I come from outside, I have to wash my hands. I have to wash my hands. Hold on, girl. I was about to say, what's wrong with this water? Girl, I thought I had on the hot water. I turned on the cold water because I was too busy trying to talk about these airlines. Yeah, but okay, I had to pause. How many people count when they wash their hands? If you come across this video, let me know if you count when you wash your hands. Because they say you should sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star twice or Happy Birthday twice, the happy birthday song when you wash your hands. Have y'all ever heard that? They say that's what you're supposed to do when you wash your hands. And I can believe that because y'all, I've heard some people, and I've been in public restrooms where I see people, one, don't wash their hands, which is the worst. Two, which is just as bad, turn on water and don't touch the soap. I mean, why are you rinsing your hands? You don't, nothing comes off when you rinse. Nothing, and it's a little something may fall off, but nothing comes off when you rinse. And then they barely even scrub when they do that. So I've seen people just not wash their hands, and then I've seen people just go and rinse and no soap. I'm like, what is your deal? I heard one lady say, "Well, I'm allergic to these different soaps." Well, bring your own. Bring your own. Sonya says last year when Southwest was doing all the planes delay, my daughter and I was stranded for a week. Southwest did reimburse me my money. That's good. That's good. So they reimburse. I think I remember that. Is that when um you went south and you guys had to stay in a hotel for a few days? Well, for a week. And is that when they were having issues with all those delays? No, I never seen. When I wash my hands, I wash them for 20 seconds faithfully. Yes, yes. Well, that's yeah. So yeah, because that's why that's the purpose of telling some people to sing because they don't do it long enough, and that's what you need to do a good 20 seconds, at least a good 15. And people don't know that 15 minimum. I say 20. Yep, during the Christmas holidays. Okay, okay. What was going on? They haven't had that issue recently, have they? Because that's why I took Delta the last time. But my daughter scheduled it, and we ended up still being delayed. We weren't delayed for days, thank goodness. Well, thank God. Thank God first. Because I would have been angry. We weren't delayed days, but we were delayed a couple of hours. I said, well, maybe 4 hours total. We were delayed. So other than that, have they did they correct that finally? Because I know that was all on the news and everything. And I think at that time, Southwest had the worst problem with delays. But on my last trip, one of the people at the airport, one of the workers was telling me that Delta can be bad about that too. Like, says I don't want to travel again during the holidays, especially Christmas. Yeah, I like being home Christmas. So, but I couldn't imagine why you say that because of the very thing that happened to you guys. And then just thinking, even when they don't have delays like that, it's probably, I know, well, I know it's not probably, it is so hectic. Like they show it all on the news where people are just in a frenzy. And then you have people, when they do have those significant delays and layovers and stuff, they're just sleeping on their bags. And, sometimes you have no choice. Sometimes your delay is so bad that you have to get a nap in. You have to get a nap in. You still love Southwest though, in spite of that? Okay, okay. That's what I was just about to ask you. Like, did that deter you from because it was just delays, right? It wasn't anything mechanical, was it? Wasn't it just delays? Which I pray none of them have the mechanical issues, but you know, those delays can be something else. But I prefer them as well. I do. I prefer them as well. I love Southwest as well. Delta was it's okay. It's okay. The last time I went somewhere with them, the trip too was great. No delays at all. But coming home was, oh my goodness. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was about to say too. Everybody can't afford to stay at a hotel, especially for that extended period of time. Everybody can't afford to stay at a hotel when they have those delays. And I mean, I'm talking about even the cheap ones. Even the cheap ones. People can't, because a lot of times when people are traveling, they're traveling sometimes for a reason, and they have their money already sorted for the trip and for the trip only. The traveling expenses and the amount of money that they're going to have to spend on the trip, they have that calculated down to the penny. So then for you to say there's going to be basically a delay that's days long, that's horrible. That's horrible. And the hotels don't, I mean, they're not going to give you a break because they have nothing to do with that. So my thing is, it would be nice if the airlines had an agreement with certain hotels, because they will put you up. Like they say they'll put you up, but most of the times people have to pay themselves up front and you get reimbursed. What if you don't have it? I guess you just have to stay in the airport. I have seen situations like that where they didn't have the money and they just stayed in the airport. Like, I mean, you can't kick them out. I would hope not. If you put someone into a 2 to 3 day delay or longer, and they can't afford to get a hotel room, even though you're going to reimburse them. Well, if you're going to reimburse them after the fact, then what are they to do? That's why so many people sleep, you know, in the airport. They sleep in the airport, and it's ridiculous to have to sleep in the airport, because people do plan their trips down to the penny a lot of times. And sometimes everybody's not fortunate enough to say, well, I got a little bit of extra. I can spend 3 whole nights or a whole week in a hotel because the airlines are delayed. Hey, Rock. Rock says, hey, Line Surprise, Sonya, and everyone. Hey, Rock. Hey, Rock, just living. Welcome to the live. How you doing? Oh, my. Sonya says, I was out almost $6,000 last year. We had to get an Uber to get to the hotel. Oh, my goodness. See, Sonya, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's not rock star status. Everybody doesn't have that kind of money to be delayed, and then you have to stay in a hotel and they reimburse you, but you need that money up front. That's why I say they need some type of contract or arrangement or agreement for layovers like that, for layovers that are going to take more than 24 hours. Because what they say when you're there is that, oh, if that happens, they'll put you up. They're not putting you up, because when you go to the hotel wants their money then. They want their deposit and they want their money then. So, and my thing is, if they reimburse you, say you are out of like $3,000, 4,000, five, what is $6,000? I want more than that back. I want more than that back. Cooks with Love says, Rogers living. Hey sis, good to see you. Ross says, Cooks with Love. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Oh, it's up. Sonya spoke to Rock just living. Yes, Rock. Welcome, 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 Rock. We're just fussing about plane delays. We're fussing about plane delays and the fact that they should have I think they should have agreements with these airports. I mean, with these hotels, so that when they have significant delays like that, that you don't have to pay up front. Because most of the times when you're traveling, you've already planned your money down to the penny. You don't have money to, extra to spend 2 or 3 nights. Some people don't have enough money to spend one night at a hotel, let alone a whole week. Yes. Rob says, awesome to see you all as well. Sonya says that wasn't part of the plan. Exactly. Staying in a hotel. Look, Sonya, even if it's in a nice place where you were vacationing, it still wasn't part of the plan. And what if it's in a place where you had a layover, like you had to change flights, and you're in a city that you didn't even You probably didn't even want to have a layover in. You would prefer to just go straight to your airport, and now you have to stay there for days, and you had no intentions of being in that place. And Sonya says, aren't they awful? I mean, Rock says, aren't they awful? Yeah, they should provide hotel vouchers. Right. And same, some type of accommodations. Sonya says, Rock, just living, have you flown United Airlines before? Right, Rock, especially since the delay is on their end. Because guess what? When you're late and you miss the flight, they definitely charge you more money. Yep. When you're late, yeah, they don't give you any benefit of the doubt. If you late, I figure if you're late, then why? I mean, you paid all that money for that airline ticket. Why not put me on the next available flight? Now, if the next flight is full, then I just have to deal with that. But when you're late, they charge you for another flight. Now, they won't charge you if you decide to wait. I think the way Delta is like they have this wait list. And if a seat becomes available, then you don't have to charge. I mean, you don't have to pay extra. But to guarantee another flight, then you have to pay. So if you're traveling with like 2 or 3 people or a group of people, and say for some reason, maybe the Uber got stuck in traffic, maybe it was late or whatever, you all missed that flight. Well, of course, you're not going to get on the first one available because if it's like 3, 4 or more, then everybody's not going to get there at the same time. And if you're traveling together, then no one's going to take the one that's available unless they really, really have to be there for like a wedding or something like that. Nobody's going to take that. So everybody's going to wait. That means everybody's going to have to pay that extra money. Rock says, yes, Sonya, she has flown United before. All I want was to go from Colorado, Denver to Memphis. Oh, you went, okay, Rock's flown Southwest. Sonya says, how was United? I've flown Southwest, Frontier, and Delta. About the same as United. Okay, so you have flown United too, Rock? Okay. She says, it was good. It was about the same as United. So, Rock, you've flown Southwest and United. See, I can't remember. I know I've flown Delta and Southwest. I flew with someone else before, and I knew it wasn't Spirit. I think that's what it's called. But I can't. It was either United or American Airlines. I can't remember which one it was. Rock says, sorry, keep getting confused. No big difference between the two. Okay, I got you. So it's not a big difference between Southwest and United. That's good to know. Rock, do you remember Rock, do you remember their luggage policy? Like how many do you get to take with you? Well, I only need one carry-on, but how much luggage can you put on a plane with United? See, Delta makes me mad because you have to pay. You have to pay for the first bag. You don't have to pay for your carry-on, but you do have to pay for your first suitcase or your first whatever your luggage it is that you take with you. You do have to pay for the first one. And it's not bad. It's $30 for up to 50 pounds. So it's not bad, but it's just that what if you have two? Then it starts to get a little tricky. One carry-on. Okay. So with Southwest, the last time I traveled Southwest, it was one carry-on and two, you could have two other luggage, two other pieces of luggage. Okay, you have to pay for your check bags with United. See, I haven't flown Southwest in a long time. Do you have to pay for it with Southwest as well? Because the last time I remember, I had the carry-on was free, but the check bag was free as well with Southwest. I know at least one. I want to say two, but I know at least one. Eesh. I'm telling you, y'all, they get all the money they can. And when they delay you, they want to give you the smallest amount of compensation that they can, that you'll let them. The last time I missed a flight with Delta, that joker was $75. Like I said, it would have been free if I had just waited, but it was too many of us to wait, and we wanted to stick together, to stay together. Oh, Rock says her hubby usually handles all that. I hate booking flights and hotels. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It can be something else. It can be a hassle. It can be a hassle. It really can. When my daughters got old enough to do it, I'm like, y'all book these flights. I gotta say hello, y'all, because they may hear me. They be like, you act like you just got to, we just gotta do everything, mama. We just gotta do everything. They do too, Rock. It ain't that, isn't it something? The ones who do it with ease, they always want to fuss at you because you don't want to do it. Now he may not fuss at you, but my daughters, oh my god, my kids, mama, you can do it. I'm at work. Mama, can't you do it? I'm at work. Girl, they always you every time you turn around, you want us to do it. You want us to do it. You want us to do this. You want us to do that. And I'm like, and you guys are supposed to do it. You're supposed to help me. You're young. You do this stuff with ease. Like Rock said, her husband does it with ease. Y'all can do this with ease. Because I start getting frustrated with these people. You would think they're younger, they would be the ones to get frustrated quicker than I would. But y'all, I get frustrated quick when people start to say stuff I don't want to hear. And when especially when it starts to sound suspicious or sound like it's not quite right what they're telling me, I start getting frustrated. Rock, Sonny says, Rock, I have a plane ticket for United. It will be my first time flying with them, so I was just curious. Okay, sounds like it's gonna be pretty good, Sonya. Sounds like they're okay. Really, Sonya, you love booking flights for the family? You probably got more patience than me. I don't look. I'll book the hotels, no problem. But most of the times when you're going on these bigger trips, you kind of getting all that stuff kind of together at the same time. So I'm like, y'all go ahead and do it. Y'all do that. Y'all go on and do it. I'm like, y'all go ahead and y'all do all that. Y'all handle the flights, handle the hotels, handle the eatery where we're gonna eat. Y'all handle the reservations. Y'all handle all that. Go ahead and do that. Y'all so good at that stuff. Y'all could be travel agents. You have to boost them up. You have to boost them up. I know, Rob. And that's the very reason I don't do it, Rob. That's the very I would if I had to. I mean, I will, but that's the very reason I don't like to. And I let them do it. Yeah, I was on mute and didn't even know it. But yeah, that's the only request I have. Even if I'm traveling with friends, y'all, I'm like, can y'all go ahead and do all that booking and all that stuff? If I have to do it, I will, but I prefer for them to do it. I really do. I'm like, look, y'all handle all that. Y'all got patience. Even the ones that don't have patience, they tend to have more than I do. So I'm like, y'all go ahead and do all that. I will do it, but y'all, oh my goodness, I don't like to. I can't stand layovers, Rock. I cannot stand layovers. That's the one thing I always request. Y'all, please find one with no layover. And if I do have to book them, I always look for no layovers. But sometimes there has been a time or two I had to have one. Science says, Lines Pride, we are Leos. We always want to be in control. I know, Sonya. I know. See, that's the thing. I want to be in control, so I can know that okay, everything's been booked and everything's right and everything's like okay. So I could do it, but then my patience with dealing with some of the people. Now, if I'm dealing with somebody and it goes easy breezy, I'm cool with doing all that. But sometimes you run into these people that you just feel like you don't look. I ain't got time to talk to this woman. I can't talk to him. I just hang up the phone because my patience are short, like short. Especially when it seems like somebody's trying to give you a hard time. You typically know if it's just it is what it is. They can't do this or they can't do that. But sometimes people seem like they're just like getting a good feeling by giving you a hard time. Yes, sometimes it seems like people are getting a good feeling by giving you a hard time whenever you're trying to do things like um make reservations, book flights, book hotel rooms. Now, if I get those people who are nice and easy breezy and they act like they're glad to get your business, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Sonya says we are very short patients, though. Ross says I let my hubby have control, but I jump right on in the mix with it. Ross says she lets her hubby have control, but she jumps right on in the mix whenever need be. I don't blame you, Rock. I don't blame you. That's how it is. That's how it is. And see, that's why I try to, like Sonia said, we're the Leos, they like being in control. But I know that my patience trump my desire to be in control because I'll get so frustrated. I'll like just hang up. I'm like, okay, I'll call back later. If that don't work, I'll hang up and call back later. Whereas the next person may be able to get things worked out. Even if they get a little frustrated, they'll go ahead and get things done. Because see, I'm a kind of type of person that I like to get things done, but I don't like a lot of obstacles. Sonya's laughing at Rob. Rob says he's much nicer than me. Right, right. See, a lot of times people they're much nicer than I am. Like my daughter is one of my daughters is a Sagittarius. So if I think about like I'm not big on signs, but I hear that they can be similar to Leos, but she does have more patience than I do. She does. And my another daughter, she's Cancer. She has definitely has more patience than I do, and she tends to look on the bright side of things. The boy, hmm, he's a Taurus, so he kind of just goes with the flow, but he can be bullheaded and stubborn. He can be bullheaded and stubborn. So yeah. Yeah, the hour starts to go by so fast during the second half of my quote unquote cool down. It starts to go by so fast. I do the longest cool downs in the world. My 5 minute cool down is always like an hour or so. But that's okay because I'm on here talking with y'all. We have a good conversation. And that's honestly why I come live during the cool down because that's a great time for me to go live. I really, really want to do have an exercise day on here. But again, I just don't focus. I just that's just my me time. And I like to exercise and just focus on what I'm doing and me. Plus, a lot of times I'm moving around and bouncing around and jumping around too much to really to be able to, really have a live the way I would like to. So I always come on here on the cool down. But even when I'm on my elliptical, I wait until I'm about to cool down because y'all, I'm not gonna even lie to you. When I'm on my elliptical, I think I'm a gymnast or something. And I just do that to mix things up. Rock says, I'm going to do a light workout tonight, 20 minutes. Okay, okay, good, Rock. Good. Have a great workout tonight. Yeah, I'm on my elliptical. I might jump from one side of it to the other one. I just hold on to the to the handles and do crazy stuff. I be doing weird stuff on my elliptical, but that's just to keep me like motivated and to keep me to let the time go ahead. I do crazy stuff. So I don't want to be on my elliptical doing something crazy and it fall over. Because guess what? That's happened before. Okay, Ron said she's just stepping. Okay, I love step aerobics. Just stepping movement to music. I got you. Do you ever do step aerobics, Rob? I know, Sonya. Sonya says, "Why are you surrounded by a lot of different zodiac signs?" I know, and then you have to count your nieces and nephews. Oh my goodness. Ross says you're doing a great job with your consistency. Thank you, Rock. I appreciate that. Girl, I decided years ago that you got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. Um, like the early 2000s, I just decided to be consistent because I've always liked working out, but I really got consistent then. Then, have I taken breaks? Yeah, I take a break sometimes, like especially like around the holidays, but I get right back into it. And then if I take a break, say if I take a 2 week break, I still exercise at least like maybe 2 to 4 times during that time span. Um, at most, I try to do every day. But sometimes it's kind of like with cooking. You need to cook at home every day, but sometimes stuff comes up, you got to eat out. So sometimes I'll miss a day or two, or just won't work out a day or two, and just take a break. But I try to keep at least a 5 day consistency of at least 30 minutes per day. And cardio, you can do every day. You can do cardio every day. You don't have to give your muscles time to, recoup from cardio workout. But if you're going to do some weights, I suggest giving, because that first day, if you're doing arms Monday, do arms Wednesday. If you're doing legs or whatever Tuesday, do that Thursday. And if you take the weekend off, fine. But sometimes some people maybe will work out Saturday and take Sunday off or vice versa. So I've always tried to stay consistent. And when I do take a break, like I've taken, I call it a break, but it's kind of, I guess, like a layback or a little, I guess it's a break. Like even if I like cut back a little bit for a month, and if I'm not doing exercise, if I'm not exercising every day, I try to at least do 1 or 2 days that week. If I'm not going to do 5 to 7. Yes, Sonya did her walk at the park this morning, her 50 squats. Sonya has been on a squat challenge where she's been doing 50 squats every day the month of July. So Sonya, you got like one more week. You've got one more week, girl, and you will have done it. Hey, Annie, welcome to the live. Annie, glad to see you. Annie says, hello, Lines Pride, Mods and Chat. Rock says she has Cancers, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, and Pisces in her circle. Ooh, Rock. And that can be something else. That can be something else. Rock says, hello, Annie, welcome. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, Annie. I'm glad to have you into the live. Thank you for joining us. I'm about to end in a couple of minutes, but I'm so glad that you came here. Any and everybody who comes across this live, if you don't catch us live, please catch the replay. If you don't mind, give me a thumbs up, like, comment. If you haven't subscribed, and then hold my doorbell, like take your forefinger, that middle finger that you do most of everything with, and just hold it, mash it down. It's called a notification per YouTube standards. They call it the notification bell, so that you will be notified each and every time I do a Let's Walk and Talk show live. Let's Walk and Talk over here in Lions Pride. This is Lions Pride. And I love animals, y'all. I love shorts. And I really don't go live a lot, but I do go live to come on here and do my cool down because that gives me a chance to interact with everybody. Process thumbs up for live, everyone. Thanks for joining. Cooks with Love says, hey, Annie. Sonia says, Rock, I've been on this journey since March. So far, I dropped 21 plus. I'm going to check again next month. Yes, Annie had a goal of dropping. I mean, not Annie, Sonia. I'm sorry. Annie was on my mind. She just came into the chat and I just saw her say hello to Cooks. So Annie says, hello, Cooks with Love. Sonia says, hi, Annie. Y'all, Sonia had a goal of dropping 20 pounds and she's dropped over that. So she met her goal. She exceeded her goal. And this month she's been on a squats challenge. So I challenge each and every person who comes across this live to just move for 30 minutes, 5 days a week. You can look at any literature and they recommend 30 minutes, 5 days per week, 150 minutes per week. Just moving for good health. If you would like to lose weight, there are other things that you can do. You can increase your intensity. There are calculators that can configure for you what you need to do, how many calories you need to burn to get to the weight that you're trying to obtain. And that will also show you what your target heart rate should be when you're burning calories. So there are a lot of things you can do. Nothing in this live is meant to be professional advice, but we're just sharing things that work for us, and we're sharing ways that we try to things that we do that we incorporate in our lives into our lives to make us a little bit healthier, hopefully a lot healthier. And hopefully those nuggets that we drop in this chat will be nuggets that we can pick up from each other and take them and apply them. Everything that works for one person won't work for the next person, but hopefully somebody in this chat has left some bit of information that can help the next person or that can help someone that you know and love. So, with that being said, I'm going to wish you guys peace, positivity, and prosperity. And don't leave this app with more stress than you came onto this app with. I've been saying that for the past week. I know social media was created and it's all about the money, right? But some of the stuff that happens on here, I don't think it was made for that. So if you find yourself leaving this app or any application with more stress than you came on with, take a break, put it down. Don't leave this app with more stress than you came with. I think the intentions were that we come here for a stress-free environment. So everybody likes a little drama, a little dilemma, but when it gets to be too much, just leave it. Leave it where it is. Don't leave here with more stress than you came with. And don't let bothered people bother you. Sonia says, I'm at a point not to gain weight like that again. That is why I've been staying consistent. That's good, Sonia. Sonia, yes, Sonia says that she's on a weight loss journey and she's not trying to gain weight like she had once before. And so that's great. She's been very consistent. Yes, Rock. Yes, yes, yes. Peace, positivity, prosperity. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. And anywhere you have chaos and negativity, you don't prosper. You need to get out of that environment. Sometimes we have to take a break. Like I said, we are human. We like a little drama. We can see it on TV. We can see it day to day. But when it starts to be more stressful, you start to see things that stress you out by coming to the app, and you're leaving the app with more stress than you came with. It's time to take a break. It's time to take a break. It's time to take a break. Take it off your phone or just resist. Build up the strength to resist. Leave the app on your phone, but resist. Cook says, have a good night, everyone. Blessings of love. Thank you, Cooks. Thank you so much for joining the live the past couple of lives. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys make the live. I make the live together. We both make this live a success. And I truly do appreciate each and every one of you for it. Annie says, the people that I let stress me out are my two girls. Right, 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 Annie. It's enough stress at home that an app shouldn't stress people out. And I often see people say that they're not bothered, but some of the actions and some of the things I see said, I don't know. I think that they're more bothered than they have even recognized. So just sometimes give yourself a true vacation, a true vacation. You can have the best vacation right there in your home. Sometimes the best vacation can be giving your phone a break. Sonia says, good night, everyone. Have a blessed week ahead. Peace and love to all. Great words to end on. Peace and love to all. Y'all have a great rest of your week. I hope your week has started out great. If it hasn't, do whatever you can to improve it. Claim a better day tomorrow, a better days the rest of this week. And I will see you guys. Am I going live tomorrow? I have a commitment. No, you know what? I don't have that commitment tomorrow. So I probably will see you guys around the same time tomorrow. So I hope each and every one of you can join the live. It'll be around 7 Central, 8 Eastern. I think that is 5 Mountain and 4 Pacific. I think. No. 6 Mountain and 5 Pacific. 6 Mountain and 5 Pacific. Night, night, everyone, says Rock. Okay, Rock, thank you so much for joining the line. I really, really, truly do appreciate you. Um, Thank you to you and Sonia, the two mods that I have in here. And thank you, Cooks with Love, Annie, Joshua, who came through here earlier, Cool Gamer. Thank each and every one of you. I appreciate you guys. I really do enjoy these lives where I get to talk with you guys and we get to interact. And again, like I said, we get to leave, bits of information for each other. Sonia found out about United Airlines. See? That's what it's all about. I'll see y'all tomorrow, y'all. Bye, y'all.